White's not a culture?
No. No, it's not a culture. It's white is not a culture. Say it again to the camera. You think whiteness is a culture?
Okay, we gotta pause because this is exactly why I wanted to do this video, right? By him saying that, and I'm sure he means well and everything, like, but you are falling into their narrative. As soon as he said white is not a culture, it just like ding 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 ding, like alert, you know, like they just went into the whole like. If you're easily emotionally triggered, you are easily controlled. And straight up, what did Severus Snape say to Harry Potter? It control your emotions, discipline your mind, right? And so you are so offended by a sticker. They ain't doing shit. They just sitting there studying, and you offended by a sticker. How weak is your mental capacity? Hey yo, what's up you guys? So I'm coming here with another video and I am hyped, yo. I know you saw it, I saw it, you know, the whole ASU students being harassed, but what I call the multicultural student police because of what they're wearing, who they is, you know, and everything. So I saw it from Lauren Chen, Matthew Christensen, the quartering, ABL, you know, I saw that all their takes. But what we're gonna do here is not only do a reaction video, but treat this as a case study because this is so perfect, right? This is the perfect example of what's going on in universities and the woke ideology, right? As well as people on the other side, whether you are independent, libertarian, conservative, Republican, whatever you want to call it, right up AOC, right? And so one thing is, like, two things, like one, if you're gonna rock like pro-life, police matters, BLM, whatever, you should be able to defend your side, you know, just for this very reason. For the most part, people are gonna look at you with a side look, don't really care, you know, it's not that serious. But in this instance, you need to defend yourself because, especially when it comes to the people on the left, right? Because this is NPCs, non-playable characters, right? They are just repeating the same script that their professors has told them, right? The same talking points, right? And if you break it down, right? If you even question something, right? If you start letting them actually think beyond the matrix, they'll see how flawed their ideology is, right? And I think that is very important for especially people on the right, you know. One, you gotta be on point, okay? You gotta be on point. You not just for yourself, but for everyone else around you. Because again, people are listening, people are paying attention, right? And so if you are saying things that make sense and logical and reasonable, it's gonna red pill other people. So again, the people like myself and everyone, please share this video because we're gonna break it down, right? And we're gonna see like what we can do in these situations because it is only just gonna benefit us. So again, I'm ready like whatever, a minute into this video and again I am hyped, so we're gonna get into it. So with that said, shall we begin? But first, of course, if you're new to my channel, what is up? My name is Mitch, Maverick Mitch. Hey Mitch, all the Mitches, and pretty much I like talking about what I like talking about. So current events, reviews, pop culture within the scope of entertainment, culture, and purpose. So TV, movie reviews, social political commentary. Be sure to check out all those videos as you're finishing this video.
Yeah.
What did I do wrong?
You have it bad. You're offensive. Police lives matter?
You have the same sticker. We're just trying to do school.
What?
You guys have the same sticker of the other.
But this is our space.
Alright, so already putting this up already, he has a Police Lives Matter sticker. The other dude, we're gonna see, he's gonna have I didn't vote for Biden. So he's already pointing out that other students have the other ideology. And so I honestly believe he was generally confused because like if you're gonna be multicultural, and I think he really genuinely believes like if you're gonna have your statement, I should have my statement. So I really think that they were genuine about this, and they came up to them, right? I don't think they were trying to do anything that was really anything bad, right?
We've got a Police Lives Matter sticker and we're getting kicked out. Can't do school. You just said we have to leave.
No, I said you're making the space uncomfortable. But you're white. Do you understand what a multicultural space? It means you're not being centered.
White's not a culture?
No. No, it's not a culture. It's white is not a culture. Say it again to the camera. You think whiteness is a culture?
Okay, we gotta pause because this is exactly why I wanted to do this video, right? By him saying that, and I'm sure he means well and everything, like, but you are falling into their narrative. As soon as he said white is not a culture, it just like ding 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 ding, like
Black alert.
alert alert alert.
Black
You know,
alert.
like they just went
Black
into the whole
alert.
like tirade of talking points and narrative, like I said, that the professors are saying. So as soon as he said that, like it just falls into their narrative, like, okay, we're in the right, we have the moral superiority, and we have the justification for doing this because they're falling into the narrative, right? And so if we got like looking at this as a case study, like what do you do to combat that? Okay, and also let's disclaimer, like when you're in this moment, like obviously people don't think about it. Not everyone is a debater, apologetics, and all the good stuff. And for the most part, people just want to diffuse the situation, right? And so I get it, pick your battles and everything. But like if we want to look at that, the best thing to do, I think, would be just questioning the narrative. What do you define as white? You know, like don't use their narrative. Like I'm not white, I'm European American. You know, we got Asian American, African American. I'm European American. You know, my ancestors, like I'm something generation of immigrants. You know, like oh yeah, like and then I'll start questioning their narrative. You know, don't use their words, especially white. White is the big bad that they're gonna go against, right? White cis male. That's the biggest thing. That's their biggest target. This is why they're harassing these guys for, right? And again, when I was watching Brandon Tatum, right, when we look at these women, when they flip the camera, this woman is light skinned. So at what point, like, hey, you can question, like, are you like, let me ask, like, do you have white in your ethnicity, in your background, in your ancestry DNA, whatever? And so like, why can't you identify as white? You know, like if we have the president who's half Jamaican, half Asian, Asian Indian, like why can't we just say that she's Asian? You know, at what point do you become not white? At what point do you become more black? Like question the narrative. This level of intersectionality does not work when you start saying like, oh, you know, like even my cousins, like they could be quarter Filipino and still represent as Filipino, right? And so you got to start questioning the narrative, and then you can throw in transracial stuff like Lolly London, who is the British dude who transitioned into a Korean guy. Can you say to them like, okay, well you have Lolly London, like he's transracial. Is transracial not a thing? They may say no, and you can go at them and like, what? You don't believe in trans lives? Are you transphobic? You don't believe in transracial? It'll start questioning, like they'll probably go like, this isn't about that, but it'll question their narrative as far as what's going on, right? And again, going back into what I was saying, like if you question what is white, like again, like in their eyes, white could be like, define white. Is white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, like, or Slavic people or Russian people white? At what point do you like Armenians white, like, or are they Asian, or the Baltic states like Eastern European Asian? Like at what point from like Constantinople, Istanbul is like left of Istanbul is supposed to be white and right of it is supposed to be Asian? Like their narrative is gonna crumble when you start questioning when you start asking them to define their words, right? And so I think that's one of the biggest take points. And then already we're just starting off with this video, right? But like I said, the fact that he said that white is not a culture just built into their whole situation why they want, like, it just proved justification for them to pursue this I wouldn't say altercation, this incident further, right? So yeah.
This is insane.
So anyways, this is the violence that ASU does, and this is the type of people that they protect.
She says, this is the violence ASU does.
Okay, this white man thinks he can take up our space, and this is why we need a multicultural space, because they think they can get away with this shit.
I'm gonna sit here the whole time and you can find somebody to get
That's cool. We
We're
will.
not kicking you out. We're asking you to leave if you have any consideration for people of color and our marginalization.
So clearly don't. Yeah, the whole rest of the campus,
So again, this is where it gets wrong. Like this is where you can again combat the narrative, because like, are you saying this multicultural center is supporting segregation? Like at what point, like if Jim Crow laws were bad when we said whites against non-whites, it's multicultural center saying POCs and against non-POCs, it's the same energy, bro. Same energy, bitch. And so, question the narrative, right?
second floor, the first floor, the whole MU, every single part of the campus centers you. This is the only space that you're not centered, and you're still trying to
Again, like, ask them, which part of the campus that are you not allowed to be in? Like, if there is, they're discriminating against you. Let's fight together. If you are being discriminated, let's go to the dean, correct the situation. But as someone else, as a person here, I should be allowed to be here just as much as you are allowed to be in any part of this campus. Question it.
center yourself, which is peak white cis male bullshit.
Cis my well bullshit.
You are racist. Your sticker is racist because police, that's a job. You can choose to be a police. I don't choose to be black. Okay? No, you can choose to be.
Nope. You can question that too. Again, like I said, when these people who are trans, racial people, tell them, are trans racial people lives exist, right? And so, like, question it back on them, right? Like, at what point girl, obviously they don't know, right? Like, obviously you're trying to diffuse the situation, but again, like, at what point can you be not white? At what point can you be black? At what point all this stuff, you saying all of this is a choice to be like police? What to say you can't choose to identify as however you want. That's your ideology, yo.
Be a cop, you can choose to kill people with a badge and you're protecting that shit, which means that you're racist.
Go into the statistics, right? Like in 2019, only 19, you can look it up, right? 19 unarmed black men were killed out of the millions of stops and things that happen during police business, only 19, right? And so 19 cases, right, of 19 incidents that black unarmed men were killed in 2019, right? And so they're building this narrative on, like, sure, any life is bad that is taken away, but when we talk about the plurality of the US and the 300 million people that lives in the US, 19 people.
I know, but this offends us automatically because these people kill people like me and like us, right? So you're promoting our murderers. So please just don't do that.
Thank you.
I love this. There's a Asian homie, you coming in this, right? And I wish they attacked him too. Like, you can't talk about like all this stuff. And so I'm glad someone else is coming up, right? And so he's a person of color, right? And so he should have the best thing could have happened if he said, like, these are my friends, I vouch for them, they're allowed to be here, like all that stuff, but
because
sorry, and that is another thing. If a picture bothers you, like, that's one of the better things that I would love to have done, right? If I was in this situation, like, you are being manipulated, like, your emotions are being manipulated in this situation. They're taking advantage of your emotion. If you're easily emotionally triggered, you are easily controlled. Let me repeat it again for the people in the back. If you're easily emotionally triggered, you are easily controlled. Straight up, what did Severus Snape say to Harry Potter? Control your emotions, discipline your mind, right? And so you are so offended by a sticker. They ain't doing shit. They just sitting there studying, and you offended by a sticker. How weak is your mental capacity, to be offended by a sticker? Like, that is so weak.
You understand that Police Lives Matter was in response to Black Lives Matter.
Pay the same fucking tuition as you.
Yep.
Hold on, but
yeah, that's fine, and you have everywhere.
I'm working 60 hours a week while going to school because my parents don't just give me money.
It doesn't
matter. You have the second floor.
My skin doesn't matter to me. Who are you? I don't care about what color your skin is.
You can't get out of here if you're going to be yelling at people because they're
This is our space.
This is our space.
We make this fucking space. We have to work for 5 years
Yes,
to
we
make this
did.
space.
We worked for 5 years for ASU to build a multicultural
Yeah.
space.
This was the
like white supremacist like
We're
narrative.
not white supremacists.
See, again, they attack all of this stuff, and I'm glad they're fighting back, because already this is slander. Already this is like all that like negative shit that they're trying to put on them, and not even just assuming it, but it is straight up like lies, and they just use it as a weapon to attack these folks. So attack these guys.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's affiliated with white nationalists.
It is.
They're just
It is
sending you to
affiliated a lot.
study, and
It
you
is.
guys went out of your way to inconvenience.
Because this is
Yeah, because this is our space. We fought for this shit for 5 years, since 2016. You have no idea about the labor that was created to create this space and his.
So we're saying you're
No, we can't. You're violent, dude.
You're violent.
We're saying you're
Yeah, fuck America, bro. America was created on genocide and slavery. Look at his face.
Talking points, right?
That is the point. That is all.
Yeah, and the point is that studying. This is not a space just for studying. This is a space for
We're gonna
multiculturalism.
kill black people.
This isn't a place for studying. This is a place for multiculturalism.
You can go talk to their Karens and all of that, but you know, it's important to recognize why we have to do that and what a multicultural space means. Because multiculturalism doesn't mean that, oh, we all come together and hold hands. It means that you provide space and you.
So I love this. Again, she's saying a multicultural center is not meant for everyone. So you agree, it is about a segregation, like POCs and non-POCs. Love it. Love your ideology.
Protect the most marginalized, and shit like that makes this space.
Look how smug they are. That girl in the back, she like, we did it. We were the power and we did it. We fought for the injustices in our lives. Like,
He's threatened us that he will go to the dean. We'll see what he will say to the dean. And we'll see how the dean reacts to this. And now we'll see who ASU prioritizes. Students of color in our only fucking room in this campus are white
girl, you can go anywhere else.
men who are threatening black students by saying police lives matter. That doesn't matter. Can you leave?
No.
Okay, you don't want to leave? That's fine.
I'm not.
No, stay there then. And we're saying this is a multicultural space. You're making us uncomfortable, and you're saying you don't want to go.
What?
You're saying you don't want to go.
But
you're just saying
you're not a minority.
we're
culture.
saying like as
What's your culture, bro?
What's-
Yeah, tell us about your culture. What's white culture? Stealing things from people? Colonization? Co-optation?
love it, colonization. The same colonization that Islam has done, that Asians have done, that every freaking civilization has done.
Theft? Occupation?
It's like one of the most unracist countries.
oh my
Wow! He just said America's one of the most unracist.
See, again, while I agree with him that America is the least racist, but it doesn't fit into their narrative, because they don't know they haven't been to another country. You are using wrong talking points, right? And so this, again, him using what I would say is a right-wing talking point, right? Saying America's the least racist country, you should be able to back that up. Or not use it, because they don't believe it, they don't subscribe to that, again. So
Countries, and this is what we mean about who are you centering? Who are you centering?
Black people in the times of racism.
Don't speak my
Well, you don't even.
There's no difference in what you do bullying me in this place than what happened in the times of racism.
We didn't bully you. We asked you to leave.
You guys can't. I can't even do my school. You came over here and said that I'm offending.
Bro, you can do your schoolwork anywhere in the building. Just like this. That's all. Right.
I didn't know. I just.
There's something we can agree on, though.
But yeah, something we can agree on, but probably for different reasons.
Anyways, another day of trying to defend this
Feel
space.
better by making your group less diverse. Does make sense.
Oh wow. Okay, so diversity is about including more white people.
Oh yeah, diversity is now about including white men.
Okay, you have the whole
Okay.
campus. I mean, you have the whole campus.
alright, wrapping it up, you saw that and everything. And so, you know, if you want to see it from the other guy's perspective and their phones, I think I think Bradham Tatum has that, right? And so be sure to check out his videos on it and everything. And so, I think one thing that I just want to end this video on, again, for that guy lingering there, I think, obviously he didn't want a confrontation. He was outnumbered, right? So I get it. Like, pick your battles and all that stuff. But, at the same time, this is what I'm saying. If you're gonna talk about things, if you're gonna say things, you gotta be on point. You gotta be even more on point than these people, these liberals, leftists, woke ideology people have, because they really kind of like study on this. This is the same stuff they've been listening on. So not only do you need to know your side, but you need to know their side and their arguments, right? You need to be able to question their narrative. They're saying like, again, like I said, they come from a point of view that America is the most racist country. So him saying that was not a good argument on his part, right? He said something about diversity and everything, and so the girl retorted back with saying like, multiculturalism is supposed to be accepting white people. This place is supposed to exclude white people. So again, right there, you should have been like, so you believe in segregation? You believe in neo Jim Crow laws, because POC and non-POC. You need to question their narrative, and then they'll be like, you had this room for 100 years, whatever. So like, you can talk back like, that's cool. Like we can highlight that, but at the same time, we need to move forward. And if you saying that moving forward is segregation, then your ideology is flawed. To me, all of this is fun. Again, we can always look back on this and say like what you could and could not do right and everything. But like I said, the best thing that we can do, especially people on the right, and again, if anyone, like, you should be able to, like, if we are saying that we are the most logical, we are the most red pilled and all this stuff, we should be able to defend our side more so, and know their arguments and know what their talking points are, so we can combat it and make them question the narrative. Because right now, like, sure, there's a lot of backlash that's going into this and everything. They may or may not have thought about what they did. I'm pretty sure they thought these these woke people think that they're in the right. You know, they are correct in this situation. Because they posted this. They posted this thinking that like, we gotta police this, we gotta fight for injustices and all that stuff, right? And so everyone, this is how the cultural divide, this is how like the two spaces and everything. And so yeah, okay, cool. So again, thank you for watching. Comment below, tell me what you think. Tell me what, like, again, treating this as a case study, what other things that you thought of that we could improve in this situation. How else can we combat the left narrative, this woke ideology? So comment below and tell me what you think. And so see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. You can follow me on my Instagram at HeyMitch. I'll probably join Telegram. I'll probably join TikTok so I can also be involved and throw these videos on there and be on other social media. So until then, see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace, peace, peace. Be with you.